Once upon a time, in a kingdom filled with rolling hills and blooming rose gardens, a king and queen welcomed their first child, a baby princess with eyes like sapphires and a smile that could brighten the darkest day. They named her Aurora, which means dawn, because she brought light and joy to everyone who saw her. The king and queen were overjoyed. They decided to throw the grandest celebration the kingdom had ever seen. They invited nobles, villagers, and even the magical fairies who protected their land. 3 good fairies arrived at the castle, each carrying a special gift for the princess. The first fairy, Flora, wore robes of pink and carried a wand that sparkled like morning dew. Flora:
Sweet Aurora, my gift to you shall be the gift of beauty. You will grow to be the fairest in all the land, with a kind heart that shines even brighter than your face.
The second fairy, Fauna, dressed in green, stepped forward with a warm smile. Fauna:
And my gift, dear child, is the gift of song. Your voice will be as sweet as a nightingale.
But before the third fairy, Merryweather, could give her gift, the great doors of the castle burst open with a thunderous bang. A cold wind swept through the hall as a tall, dark figure entered. It was Maleficent, the most powerful and wickedest fairy in all the land. Her eyes glowed green with anger, and her black robes billowed around her like storm clouds. Maleficent:
Well, 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 what a lovely party. And I wasn't invited? How?
Maleficent, this is a joyous occasion.
Silence! I too shall give the princess a gift. Listen well, all of you. Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, the princess shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel
and die. With a crack of thunder and swirl of green smoke, Maleficent vanished, leaving behind only her wicked laughter echoing through the castle. The queen rushed to baby Aurora, tears streaming down her face. The king held them both, his heart breaking with fear. But then, Merryweather, the third fairy in blue, stepped forward bravely.
Don't despair. I still have my gift. I cannot undo Maleficent's curse completely, but I can change it. The princess will not die. Instead, she shall fall into a deep sleep, and
only true love's kiss can awaken her. It wasn't perfect, but it gave them hope. Still, the king ordered every spinning wheel in the kingdom to be burned, hoping to protect his daughter from the terrible curse. The 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, had an idea. They would take Aurora far away from the castle and raise her in secret in a cottage deep in the forest. They would disguise themselves as peasant women and call the princess Briar Rose, so Maleficent would never find her. For 16 years, Aurora grew up in the cozy cottage, surrounded by the beauty of nature. She didn't know she was a princess. She thought the 3 fairies were her aunts, and she lived a simple, happy life. Aurora loved to wander through the forest, singing to the birds and befriending the woodland creatures. Rabbits, deer, squirrels, and bluebirds would follow her everywhere, enchanted by her beautiful voice and gentle nature.
I wonder if someday I'll meet someone special.
You see, even though Aurora was happy, she sometimes felt lonely. She dreamed of adventure, of meeting someone who would sweep her off her feet and share life's magic with her. Meanwhile, not far from the forest, a handsome young prince named Phillip was riding through the woods with his horse. He heard the most beautiful singing floating through the trees.
What incredible music! I must find out who's singing.
He followed the sound until he came upon Aurora, dancing with the forest animals. The moment their eyes met, time seemed to stop. It was love at first sight.
Hello. I'm sorry if I startled you.
You're singing.
You're singing. Ooh, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Oh. I didn't know anyone was listening.
They talked and laughed, walking through the forest together as if they'd known each other forever. They danced together while the woodland creatures watched with delight. But as the sun began to set, Aurora remembered her aunts would be worried.
I must go. But will I see you again?
Tonight. Come to the cottage tonight. I'll be there.
Aurora ran home, her heart soaring with happiness. She didn't know that Phillip was actually a prince, and he didn't know she was actually Princess Aurora. When Aurora arrived home, the three fairies were waiting with exciting news. Flora.
Dear, we have something important to tell you.
Fauna.
You're a princess.
And today is your 16th birthday.
2nd birthday.
Aurora couldn't believe it. She was a princess. She had a mother and father, a king and queen. And tonight, she would return to the castle where she truly belonged. But this also meant she could never see the young man from the forest again. Princesses had to marry princes chosen for them. Aurora's heart broke. Aurora, sadly. Then, I can never see him again? The fairies felt terrible, but they had to take her back to the castle. It was time. That evening, as the castle prepared for Aurora's return, the three fairies left her alone in a room for just a moment. They wanted to prepare a surprise, but Maleficent had been watching and waiting for this very moment. Using her dark magic, she created a glowing green light that called to Aurora like a hypnotic spell.
Come. Follow the light.
Aurora, as if in a trance, followed the mysterious glow up a winding staircase. It led to a hidden room in the tallest tower, where a spinning wheel waited. Maleficent, appearing in a burst of green flame.
Touch it, my dear.
Touch it, my dear. Touch the spindle. Touch it, I say.
say.
Aurora reached out her hand, unable to resist. The moment her finger touched the sharp spindle, she collapsed to the floor, falling into a deep, enchanted sleep. The fairies rushed to the tower, but they were too late. The curse had come true. They gently carried Aurora to her bedroom in the castle and laid her on a beautiful bed, surrounding her with flowers. Flora.
Poor king and queen. Their hearts will break when they see her like this. What can we do? What can we do? I know! We'll put the entire kingdom to sleep until true love's kiss awakens her.
That way, when she wakes up, everything will be as it was.
And so, the fairies cast a powerful spell. Everyone in the castle, the king, the queen, the guards, the servants, even the horses and dogs, fell into a peaceful sleep. The fairies created a forest of thorns around the castle to protect it until the spell could be broken. Meanwhile, Prince Phillip had been captured by Maleficent. She locked him in her dark dungeon, deep in the Forbidden Mountains. Maleficent.
So you're the fool who fell in love with a peasant girl. Well, let me tell you a secret. She's princess, and she's asleep forever. You'll never save her. By the
But
power
the three
of
good
light, by
fairies
the
found
ancient
Philip
might,
in the dungeon.
let these chains
Using
be
their
broken
magic,
and
they
set
freed
this
him and
prisoner
gave
free.
him powerful gifts.
Take this shield of virtue. It will protect you from evil. And this sword of truth. With it, you can defeat any darkness.
Philip fought his way out of Maleficent's castle, but she wasn't done yet. Using all her dark power, she transformed into an enormous, terrifying dragon. Her eyes blazed with fire, her scales were black as midnight, and flames poured from her mouth. Maleficent as dragon, roaring, "Now you shall deal with me and all the powers of hell."
And all
The battle was fierce. The dragon's flames nearly destroyed Philip's shield. Her claws tore at the ground. But Philip was fighting for true love, the most powerful force in all the world. With the fairies' magic helping him, he threw the sword of truth with all his strength. It flew through the air like a shooting star and struck Maleficent's heart. The great dragon stumbled, fell from the cliff, and disappeared in a burst of purple smoke. Good had triumphed over evil. Philip ran to the castle. He cut through the forest of thorns, climbed the tower stairs, and finally found Aurora lying peacefully on her bed, surrounded by flowers. She looked like an angel. Philip knelt beside her, his heart full of love, and gently kissed her. Aurora's eyes slowly opened. She saw Philip and smiled, the same wonderful young man from the forest.
It's you. I knew we'd meet again.
The moment Aurora awakened, the spell was broken. The entire kingdom woke up, yawning and stretching, as if they'd only been asleep for a few minutes. The king and queen were overjoyed to see their daughter safe and awake. That evening, the castle held the grandest ball anyone had ever seen. Aurora wore a beautiful gown that magically changed colors from pink to blue and back again, because Flora and Merryweather still couldn't agree on which color was best. Aurora and Philip danced together under the stars, while all the kingdom celebrated. They were married soon after and lived happily ever after. We've learned that true love is the most powerful magic of all, strong enough to break even the darkest curse. Remember,
all lived
goodness,
happily
courage,
ever
and
after.
love will always triumph over evil. Thank you for joining us on this magical adventure. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Magicmates for more enchanting stories. What story should we tell next? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep believing in magic. Goodbye, Magicmates.